I desperately wanted to like this shoe, but there's just something about it that I can't get my head around. What's up everybody, my name's Andrew. This is my completely unbiased review of the On Cloudmonster 2. Just before we get into my review, just a couple of things for context. First one, I bought this with my own money, so the thoughts of my own. I'm an 85 plus kilo guy who runs a fair bit. I run most days of the week, so keep that in mind when you're thinking about this sort of shoe. So anyway, let's get into, well, why did I buy the shoe in the first place? Well, I bought it for long runs and for steady runs within the week. With that use case in mind, I needed a decent bit of stack height, which this has got, but I also want a shoe that I can get rolling with. So it's not about having a max cushion shoe or a recovery day shoe. I want something that I can tick the legs over and just push the pace just that little bit. My actual use so far, I've run 160 Ks in it so far, mostly long runs and the occasional steady run. And I've done strides in it once or twice, so I have tried to pick up in the pace in it, and I've got a good idea of the different range of paces you can do. All right, so looking at the wear and tear after 160 Ks. Now, got to be honest, pretty bloody good. It's a white shoe, so the minute you wear it in rain, you're going to get fairly dirty. But if we have a look, no marks on the upper. Like there's absolutely no signs of wear and tear on the upper or the tongue or anything like that. Looking at the outsole, you can start to see there's some signs of wear and tear where I typically start to wear shoes out on the outside edge of the forefoot and on the same outside edge of the rear foot. So you can start to see some slight signs of wear and tear, but nothing major. Let's be honest, it's a pretty robust shoe for 160 Ks in. Midsole, you're starting to get some marks sort of along here, some marks showing where the foam's starting to compress a little bit, but you know, a pair of Nikes, you'll see that after your first run. So to be looking like that after 160 Ks, I'm pretty happy. On shoes, they're known for their quality, they're known for being a really high quality shoe, and this one is very, very much that. They're going to be very robust and they'll last you a while if you want them to. Let's get into the fit and feel of the shoe. So it's got a big footprint on it. Okay, it's a nice big chunky shoe. So there's going to be plenty of stability. There's a wide base at the front. Really, really nice. It's got a huge upper on it. Now, let's just put a bit of perspective. Here I've got a similar shoe. This is the Saucony Triumph 2. And let's put them next to each other. So they're a fairly similar size. This one, the Cloudmonster's a little bit wider. Let's turn that around. It'd help if I was comparing the same shoe. Let's turn that around so you can see from top down, they're a similar size, okay? But then when we look side on, it's really hard to show on camera, but if I pull this up, there's a hell of a lot of volume in there. Like there's just a whole bunch of fabric and it's really quite big and quite loose. So there's a couple of things going on. It is a wide footprint, so it's a wide base to the shoe, but then also there's just all this material in the upper. So sizing wise, it's big. It runs really, really big and wide. Anyway, let's talk comfort wise. The velvet tongue, I love a really thin, comfy tongue. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful tongue. Really comfy to put your feet in. It's got the right amount of padding around the back to keep your foot nice and comfy, but not overly hot, not overly sweaty, and it's got the right amount of cushion underneath. For someone like myself who does most of their running on concrete and is fairly big for a runner, these compress really nicely and they just feel really comfy as you're jogging along. Lacing system, well, lacing is pretty solid. They're nice high quality laces. I really love these loop things rather than having holes. They just seem a little bit more robust and you can pull them tight, you can move them around. You don't see that wear and tear that you see holes starting to pull on each other. So yeah, definitely like the lacing system on this. Let's talk, are they fit for purpose? What I wanted them to do, I wanted them to be comfy enough for a long run, but then also tip the legs over. And that definitely happens. Like you can see there's a decent rocker here at the front. So your legs definitely tick over and definitely get that cadence up and can get moving. So it's really, really easy in these to pick up the pace. Anyway, what are my overall thoughts? Well, I love the ride. I love the way it ticks over. I love the way you can get the cadence up. I love the way you can get moving and you can really get rolling in it. You can sit at that high cadence and you can just tick along for hours in it. Really, really like that bang, bang, bang sort of feeling, especially if you're a bigger heel striker like I am. This thing just, yeah, rolled forward and ticked over and felt really, really good. I ran to and from the race that I did my half marathon PB in these as a warm up and cool down. So even on the way back, my legs were still ticking over. Like they were pretty dead at that stage and I had every right to feel like crampy and uncomfortable. But no, in these, they just ticked over, no issues whatsoever. I think they've got the level of cushioning just right in this for me. Now, negatives. I don't like to be a negative person. I like to see a shoe out, but let's be honest, there's just too much upper. They're just too big. So I'm an 11.5 standard size. If I put my foot in this, it's about the right length. But no matter what I do, no matter how tight I pull those laces, even if I pull them tight, that's about how tight I had to wear them to get through any run. And that's just not comfortable. So what you're doing is you're pulling really, really tight up here, losing circulation, getting a bit of pain across the top of your foot. But this part of your foot, it's all bunched up, but there's just so much room there that your foot's sliding everywhere. It's really hard to get the shoe locked in, and when you do get it locked in, it can be fairly uncomfortable because you've got it so tight on the top. When it's not locked in, your foot's flopping around everywhere inside the shoe, and it's just a really, really unsettling and just really uncomfortable feeling. So once you get past that 20k mark, you're losing all the benefits because your foot's starting to hurt and your foot's starting to get sore. What are my recommendations for this shoe? Do not buy it online. That's number one. Only buy it if you can go and try it on in person. I wish I'd gone and tried this on before I went and purchased it. Just don't buy it online. It's just way too wide. If you've got a big foot, like a lot of volume to your foot, this might be a good shoe for you. How will I use it moving forward? Well, I won't. The fit is that bad and is that uncomfortable that I won't use it moving forward. But lucky for me, my dad has a really big, like lot of volume, and he's got a big top of his foot. So he put this on and absolutely loved it. So I'm going to give this to him. So it won't go to waste, but it's that bad. This is, I think, in the last 6 or 8 years of running, I've gone through a lot of shoes, and this is only the second one I haven't seen out. So I'm really disappointed in it. I really wanted to like it. I love what On are doing. I love what they're doing in the athletic space. I love what they're doing with their shoes, their uppers. They're really high quality. They do some really nice stuff, but this one, just, yeah, the fit's just way too big. So yeah, that's my review. That's my thoughts. Drop a comment down below if you've got any questions or any thoughts, anything you think I missed or think I should add to the review. This is sort of probably the first time I'm doing one of these, so if you've got any thoughts or any comments, let me know down below. If you thought it was interesting or useful, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.